Time to go do some work. Ignore that. It's not a car. That's a car. It's not a car either, because that's a beast. Sorry, shed's a mess. Beast. Car. Not a car. Beast. Let's just get that clear. Well, if you're joining me once again on Smick Fabworks, what I'm doing today, just some basic maintenance stuff today. It's not going to be an overly long video. I'm just taking you along with what I'm doing. So as I mentioned in previous video, if you watched it, this has had a engine replacement. So this engine was unknown as to what it was, the condition. The guy that had it, he literally just got it as basically a shell of a car with an engine. He couldn't start it. There was no drive line in it. So he just put it up cheap. He didn't really deal much with Subarus anymore. He used to in the past, but he just wanted to move this engine on. So it was really cheap. Good old Facebook Marketplace. On it every day, and it's an increasing habit. But anyway, so this engine, yeah. So it's done. Well, let's have a look. It has done. Right, so I've done 1,295 k's, so basically 1,300 k's since I've put this engine in. It was a dirty engine. It didn't look like much servicing had been done in its life at all. Yeah, it wasn't great. Unless it was just last service. It was not bad, but not great. The oil was pretty black that was left in the sump. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a engine flush in. I just wanted to run the engine for a bit with fresh oil, and then yeah, I'm going to put a flush in and then just see what it does. So I'll just start it up and warm it up, and should be good to go. So that's pretty much as warm as it needs to be. It doesn't necessarily need to be at operating temperature to get it there, but that's sitting on about 60 degrees, so it's just warm, just a little bit warmer to yeah, help it. Oh, don't know whether it helps it. It just says get it up to operating temperature. Right. So what we're going to do, what you need is one measuring cup out of the kitchen. Don't recommend, because yeah, I do have one out in the shed, but I couldn't find it, so it's not my fault. So what we're going to do, again, fine. So what we're going to do, about 300 mils of it. That's 250. Pull that in here. I really should get a funnel, but I can't be bothered. But I should get a funnel. Now, if you have Subaru, highly recommend one of these. These are just the bee's knees. I can't remember where I got it from. I got it off eBay. They're 3D printed. Guy makes them. I think he's Australian based. Yeah, screw right into your normal. I think nearly every single Subaru ever. So just screws in, and then Bob's your uncle, and then no more spilling. Right, there's 250. Over there. Oh. Yeah, smells nice. I wasn't just sniffing it. Wipe out. Cap back on. Oh, got it. Kidding me. Get all that engine flush goodness. Right. Now we'll go for a drive. It's got to be 15 minutes minimum. Yeah, that's good. Rightio. So back. And yeah, gotta drop this oil in this car. So I go grab my oil pan, nice and clean in there. Yeah, I just find with anything, there's no reason why anything should really be kept dirty. I just think, like, yeah, it's just for sump oil, it's just, but there's no reason it needs to be kept dirty. And a couple bucks for a degreaser can or anything like that, that's like when you're doing your own oil changes, it then just helps you diagnose, like, if there is anything, if it is like if there is wear happening, anything like that. I just find that, yeah, that just helps you be able to diagnose it a little bit. Then you're not just guessing, was that a bit of dirt, was that a bit of sand, or is that bearing? It's sort of like, well, there's nothing else in there, so it has to be bearing, as much as you don't want to know that, because who wants bearing problems? That there. And I actually like, as well, you have your extension, obviously, and then you have your deep sockets, so you can keep your hand away from the molten hot oil that you're about to dump out of your car. So, as your lovely hot engine is right over the top of you, just, is that the right way? Always forget. Oh, it's tight. Who did that up? Right, after you've undone your extremely tight sump plug, go ahead and drain the oil. And proceed to get it everywhere. Lovely. And you just let that drain. No specific amount of time that you just let that drain. It's just until it, I don't know, comes to a real slow drip. You're never going to get all of your old oil out. Next thing you want to do telling you the basics of car servicing on a fabrication show in full driving show. How good's that? I was wondering what that noise was. Holy crap. How's that? I was wondering why that was making so much noise. I'll show you in a minute. For now, I just want to get this filter undone if I can. That is one of these. Now normally you shouldn't need one, but for some reason this is tight. And the worst part about these, oil comes straight down that oil filter. Terrible. Splashing lovely oil in my face. Right, let that drain for a little bit. Now, what I wanted to show you was this is what I've just found under here. Look at that. The bolt gone. I don't know when that happened. Usually there's a bolt there. I'll show you the other side, what it's supposed to look like. Like that. See there? So, I don't know when that happened, because, yeah, yeah, interesting. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, so I was wondering what that noise was. Now, as that is draining, I just remembered I'm going to be faced with a choice. Tracking, good. I've got no particular brand oil, 10W40 semi-synthetic. Now that's what I normally run, and I've not of this no particular brand oil. I just use 10W40 of any brand. That's what I normally run, and that's generally what's accepted in Subaru world as the oil that you want to run in it. Now, I've got this other bottle of oil, which is of no particular brand, so different brand again, but this is 5W30 full synthetic. Now, I originally brought this for my other engine that was fully rebuilt and brand new. Now I don't know what oil I'm going to run. General Motors approved, which, can you really trust what Holden thinks is approved? I'd trust it if it said Ford. I don't know. I don't know. I'll decide in a minute. Well, I've got to decide, otherwise there's going to be no oil in my car. And oil versus no oil, I think anything's going to be better than no oil. 495, Z495, WZ495, whatever you want to, whatever brand you get, I've found all filters nearly are the same. I used to work in the car parts business a few years back, not long. Yeah, 2019 did it to 2021, 2022. Car business, selling oil filters, all that. And the one thing I noticed out of all of that is that all filters basically the same. Yes, some have better filtration, some have better, I guess you call it warranties, stuff like that. Some do, but in the end, as long as you're not buying a 20-cent filter off Wish, I would say that any filter that's sold at any shop is just a good filter. Anyway, so what I might do, we might use the of no particular brand. We've got the no particular brand, but we might use the of no particular brand, which is 530. Bit of a risk, but then again, I'm not actually going to use it on anything else, and I've already bought it, so I may as well just chuck it in, see how the car is flying. Yeah. Full synthetic oil. I'm so crap at pouring stuff. It is my weakness. Well, that's after 1,000. That's only after about 1,000 Ks, which I mentioned earlier. So it's yeah, it's pretty dark, which I was expecting, because the bit of oil that was actually in it was pretty bad. So that's why I wanted to just do 1,000 Ks on this motor with this oil first, just so that I could check it. Bring it out to the sun here. Yes, I'm putting my hand in oil. And yes, that's still quite warm, as I'm finding out. So what I'm just doing here is just stirring it up a bit. Not heaps, obviously, just seeing whether there's a shine through it. Because doesn't smell bad. If there's a shine through it, like a glint or something, obviously it's got bearing problems. Like already, the engine already had bearing problems. I could see no evidence of it when I actually did pull the engine, like the sump off it when I had the engine sitting. Bit of carbon buildup, which is Subi life, without regular oil changes. It actually doesn't look too bad. So we'll investigate that a little bit more in a minute after I fill this oil up in this car. Oh, again, funnel. And you've just learnt why I need a funnel. Don't laugh. I was going to satisfy man. That thing's just amazing. Oh, no particular brand. I'll just block that out. Oh, yeah. Now, I've changed oil enough in a Subaru. It is just second nature to how I change oil. So I just pour with a 5 litre. You just keep pouring, keep pouring, keep pouring. changed oil in a Subaru that many times now. Go like that. And literally, what you want left is like that. Just that. That little bit there. You can just probably maybe see it on there. So, and then that, perfect amount of oil. Yeah, I don't even do the start and then check dipstick anymore, because I just have learnt over the years of changing oil. That's all you need to do. Sometimes it pays to pay attention. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. I think for now. I have no idea what this gimbal's doing. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through, just going to check that oil a little bit more, see what's in the bottom of that pan. If there is anything, I will film it. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I might just put a photo in. I'll just put a photo, if there is something, I'll put a photo in and I'll just put it up at the end of the video if there is something to show you. But if not, yeah, that's it. Very good. Probably ended up a lot longer than what I was actually expecting this video. I thought it was just going to be a quick video, but you know, it just keeps going. So yeah, anyway, I will catch you on the next episode. I don't know when I'm going to put this episode up. It might be, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not thinking weekly, because obviously trying to get content each week, especially when I'm not, yeah, can't just go away on trips. It's going to be a bit much. So it probably will just be every fortnight I'll be doing a video, just so that I can keep a steady supply, but not like crazy pushing myself, because I still work a normal job. Yeah, 4 days a week, and then I've got other things on the other days. So yeah, it'll probably be fortnightly. Try to anyway. I gotta do something. I mentioned in the last video that I got this upgraded center diff. I might actually do a video on that. I've got to pull it out because it's not locking up like it probably should. It definitely locks up. Like it definitely grabs and will make you walk through stuff, but it's not. Yeah, it's not grabbing. A lot of guys say that when that's in, you should be able to go full lock on like a car park, and the torque bind will just like naturally bring the car to a stop, and then when you flick it off, it'll just creep forward again. But it actually doesn't do that. So I'm wondering whether the clutch packs in this are getting a bit worn, or were worn like previous, because it was second hand. So I may end up chucking new packs in. But then there's also a shim too at the back, so I'm wondering whether that shim's worn. So it might be that shim. So that'll probably be the next video. So it's sort of a bit of maintenance stuff at the start. Yeah, it's not really like, I'd like to just go out and go do a big full drive trip and show you what this does, but reality is got to plan for that a little bit, and yeah, got to work out some more cameras. Like at the moment, this is just literally on the phone. So I'm gonna work out some more cameras, just some action cams, so I can set them up on tracks and that, and be a bit easier to get some footage for you guys. So yeah, so bit different video again. First video, walk around, this bit of maintenance. Next video probably going to be a bit of maintenance. Video after that, hopefully a trip. So I am going away at this end of the month. So I'm going to try and squeeze in some full driving there and hopefully get you some footage. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So anyway, after that very long outro, I shall catch you all next time, and yeah, we'll see you around.